When presenting my coursework, I thought it would be better to use Wix because I developed a learning skill of website building, and I was able to present my work in a way that was easily visible and could be accessed easily. Also, within the website, I've used different tools such as Prezi, which can be seen in the genre research. So we've included a YouTube video which we embedded the link. So if you go back to editor, you can see there's a HTML code which has been used to make this, and basically all you do is go onto YouTube, take the code and paste it in here to update it, and then the video comes up on the screen, which is really useful because when the page is previewed and published, you can actually click on each video and it plays so that the audience and whoever's viewing it will be able to see what influences we had for the genre. And on this page we've also included a link to Prezi, which is done in the exact same way with copying the code. So when you click on that, it takes you to our music video pitch, and it's just an easier way of presenting information so that the viewer can see it easier. It's kind of benefited as well because of how easy it is to access the pages and see them in a different media. We just have a few problems as well with getting the codes so that we could access them on the website, as Prezi didn't really seem to work as it is now, but it seems to be it works sometimes. And we just thought it would be interesting to use these different technologies because it kind of shows a bit of diversity within our work and it's a bit more interesting to look at. We've also included loads of different images which we created on. So for example, when creating the mood board, we added images in the editor, so you can just go on add, down to image, and you can select images to upload so that they appear on your website, and you can lay them out however you like. So we thought this was quite a nice way to lay out our mood board because it's easy to see, and we've done this throughout our entire research and planning, just so that it's a lot easier to see. We also used I can't remember what this website was called, but ThingPick. You take the link and you put it in, so now when you hover the mouse on the page, it comes up with writing and information about all the posters, which we thought was really interesting because it's a different way of presenting information and you can find out all our research in a different way so it doesn't get boring. We thought if we did the same thing on every page it would be a bit boring. So yeah, anyway, that's how we did our research and planning and technology we used. Okay, so we used quite a few different technologies in the construction stage of our coursework. So for the ancillaries we mainly used Photoshop, just because it's easier to lay out our images and edit them so that they look a bit more professional. So for example, I have the poster up here, magazine advert, and so basically what we did, we chose a photo from one of our shoots we did with the UV paint, because we thought it would be successful as an image to use on our poster, just because it was dark, there was like low-key lighting, but the main focus was on the subject, so because of the UV paint they were well lit up. So when we put the image in Photoshop, we used the blur to blur around the edge, just so that there's more of a gradient between the black of the poster and the image. Yeah, so we put that towards the top of the page, and then on the very bottom third we put the text. So we have the name of the song, the band, the fact that it's a new album, and the date of release. We thought it'd be interesting to change the colours, which we use on the text tool. There is a option to pick a colour. So if you hover the dropper over the photo, we decided to pick colours that were in the image so that we can put them in our text. This way it kind of links a bit more and is a bit more interesting. When editing the main title, we used the dissolve so that it was more interesting to look at, and it was a bit different to the rest of the text because we didn't want it to be exactly the same. So that was for the poster, mainly what we did. And this is the ancillary digipack, and we used the photo that was on the poster as the main cover of our digipack because we thought it would be a better link between the two, and we've used the same fonts with the same dissolve effect on the title and the band. We've done a similar thing for the back cover, again using the gradient to blur it out into black, and along the left side we have the names of the songs on the track list, and we've tried to make it look as similar as possible by using the purple board around the edge. So on the inside of the digipack we have the disc, which we again took from another location shoot where it was inside in my bedroom, so we used the background of the wall rug. So we used a few photos from that and the bokeh, as we thought it was quite a significant part in our research, that the whole thing about lights and trip switch, that it would be interesting to use lighting in our digipack. So we've included a featuring box just so that it's a bit more text, it makes it a bit more interesting. We used a template for this, which we dragged the images onto so we could use it as a template and not get the proportions wrong. It was quite easy to do, it's just using different layers to do that. And for this was effective because it kind of makes it a lot easier to lay out. Photoshop is quite easy to use once you get the hang of it, so now that we've found out how to use it, we can lay out our photos and our digipacks how we want them to look, so it's a lot easier to use. For the actual music video we used Premiere Pro. I don't actually have that on my laptop, but it's quite easy to use, and we have been able to do different effects, so like the cross dissolve, slow motion. We've been able to put clips in reverse and link them all together so that they're a bit more flowy and they link a bit better. Thinking video, and it's quite difficult to figure out that you can use on Premiere, so we were able to the lip syncing was in time. We had quite a few challenges with using Premiere because we weren't too sure how to click it all so that and sync. So we were able to make it a lot better so that it actually linked and made it a bit more professional. Yeah, when we were the music video camera, obviously and to start off, shots were quite unsteady because the tripod wasn't very good, so we had to get a new tripod to make sure our shots were a lot steadier. We didn't shake the camera about because it affected our first shoot we did with Waverley Abbey, which is why we couldn't use it in the video. And yeah, tried again, as you can see on the screen, which was manually so that the kind of forms light circles, interesting with the camera. And that is basically most of the technology we used for our music video. So okay, for the evaluation, I've decided to do question 4 before all the other questions. So I haven't actually been able to use technology on the other 3, but I thought it was quite a useful technology using the QuickTime recording to make this video, as I was able to get everything screen recorded with my voice speaking in the background and show the audience how I've done things. So for example, now on the screen I just have the Windows Movie Maker file up where I've put the recordings I just filmed in, so it's easy to see. You can see where I've gone through, and I'm going to make it into a YouTube video now and put it on my website. So that is an effective way. For other parts of my evaluation, I'll probably use things like Prezi, YouTube videos and picto charts, just so there's a more wider range of technology used in my coursework.